Alright, today I'm going to work on a new project, start to finish. So, let's see. The idea is, where is it? Take one of these old designs. This is the quick draw. However, this is only designed to hold about 4 cards. And it's a front pocket wallet. And this is its little bigger version, still the quick draw type, and this one's designed to hold 8 cards. However, I'm gonna try and make something definitely never made before. These are front pocket for men's. We're gonna try and make a similar type for like a woman's purse, not a long one, but something about this, but a little bigger for I guess it's unisex or for women. Anyway, what we have to do is start off with a pattern. So we take a sheet, and generally start with something card size, which is about 4 by 3. It's a little bigger, but we'll start off with some pieces that are 4 inches by 3 inches. I got that from Eric when I first started doing leather. I watched a lot of Porter leather. They never seem to have patterns. You just start with something 4 by 3, and that that's gives you a lot of space to work with. The edges are kind of tight, but anyway, what we want, where's our something like this? This is a one piece, so we're going to need it's going to be like that on the leather. It's going to be like that. Goes up. And we'll probably go in like that. It'll fold here and fold here. And we'll add a flap so we can put bills in here. And then put another flap that will cut the same as that. Put 2 little things here, and then I guess the 2 little things will have to go here. Anyway, we're far from that point, but that's the general design. So this would be 1, 2, 3, so generally about 9 inches or so. And this is where I will go and figure out what measurements I want here, what measurements I want here, and here, and here. Since this is going to fold twice, it's going to be difficult to make a pattern for every type of leather. If this leather is thin, normally I use 1.2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4 ounce leather for this. This is a 5 to 6 ounce leather. So if we're going to stitch anywhere, and we put the stitchings here and say here, it will work for the one thickness leather you design it for, but if you go thicker leather, it won't match up once you fold over, because right here where it folds takes up more space, and it's gonna pull everything offline. So we have to design something that only stitches here if possible, the bottom, and then we'll transfer it over once we fold it, which actually poses a different problem, because when you're trying to punch holes straight down, If you're just a little bit off this way or that way, it comes out crooked on the other side. So we'll try it. If it comes out too crooked on the other side, then either we'll make a pattern for each size thickness, or we'll figure out a way to make it work. It is possible, but then there's going to be a gap down here on the bottom. Not opposed to the gap on the bottom, but I think it should be fine. We'll get to that when we get to that though. This is the first time we're making it, so I will go on to, I use Inkscape because I don't want to pay for Adobe Illustrator. I'd actually love to have that, but I've never used it because it's a monthly subscription. So I've been using Inkscape, and I will jump on Inkscape and I will draw up something. Can't really show that because that would take up too much time, and we want to try and keep the video between like 10 to 15 minutes. So that would have to be a totally separate video on Inkscape. But I will go draw something up, and I'll be right back, and I will put it right here. Be right back. Okay, we're back. As you can see, definitely no artist. I mean, so lucky for me, there's a free program called Inkscape. So we'll save this because it's still the general idea. And now we have something printed out here. I changed the parameters for Inkscape to millimeters because it's easier. So this one's generally just under 22 centimeters and about 7.5 centimeters tall. This, I think, is a bad idea. When I was doing it, I just I went with a one long piece, and I was going to fold it so there's I guess less of an edge, but I think that folding over there is going to throw things off on one side. So I think it's not going to be a good idea, and the next time I load up Inkscape, I will separate this into two pieces. But for now, we'll just cut it out and take a look and see how it is. So the idea was we fold this, we line that up there so it looks nice, and boom, there she is. Probably put a grommet there, which won't work because we have that. Not the greatest idea. And we're going to split this in the next design, so we'll split it here. Okay, problem one. This grommet, I could put the grommet here. Same problem. Plus, if we make a hole there, we'd have to take this. No, it's terrible. This will be floppy. So the grommet should go on this side. We're going to have to get rid of that. Oh, another problem. When this closes, there's going to be a little thing there. Pretty sure there's going to be a thing there. It's going to be open. I think what we're going to have to do is make this go straight across like that. Then this will go in here. It's probably better to make this go straight across too. Then we have this one behind here. The First card will go in here. Well, let's go and build it as it is, and we'll see how that works. To save time, I will print the pattern and I will build the first prototype. I'll be right back. Okay, that took almost an hour. But here is a prototype. Anyway, so first problem, actually I should write this down. One, I gotta address this hole right here. So this is a good look. I like that P looking thing, but we gotta address that hole. So either we bring this lower, which I'm not gonna like, the shape will change, or we bring this higher, which in here was not possible because the card was too low. Yeah, the card was too low. However, when you actually do it, the card sticks up. So if we make this piece go all the way across here, you can still grab it and take it out. We're okay. So we can bring this cut much higher. To clear that, we have to bring it up, 1 whole centimeter. So up 10 mil. That would bring it pretty much to right here. Right there. The cut can only be that shallow. Okay. And this, we got some floppy ears now. I think, since this is the prototype, let's just go take a look what it looks like if we chop this. Okay. Probably got around this corner. Maybe around this corner too. Okay. Oh, and turn this around. Oh my. So many mistakes. Anyway, now it'll look something like money goes in the back, half folded. Then we have a slot for cards here. Let's say we want to carry 4 cards there, and a slot for a card here. And it closes. We just got to fix this somehow. We can come up higher, and we can bring this one up higher. Okay. So we changed this, made it taller. Hopefully it's enough. I didn't really measure, I just brought it up. And we made this to match that, and that's the pocket. That's where those stitch marks is going to go. That's too close to the edge. Oh, the life of prototyping. This has to go higher. We got to move these holes. Okay, actually, that's not that ugly. Okay, I made some changes. Let's see if it lines up, though. Yes, it was moved basically one stitching hole higher, which is 5 mil. So this should be fine. I'd have to redo this one. And this became this instead. It's a little high. I think we gotta come down 2 mil that way. Let me go put in these buttons. I'll be right back. Oh, that's too low. It's gotta come up. This has to come up a little bit. Unless I put in a bigger grommet. Okay, I think I'm finally done with the third prototype. Half folded bills go right there. It's easy access. I put about 3 cards there. Fits a little bit more, but I think 3 is good. You can easily get to all 3. And the front pocket. Because it's not stitched all the way up, it's very easy to open up and fan for whatever you need. You probably put a card back here and a card on this side, so you have access to all of them quite easily. Anyway, that should do it. I mean, going by the first prototype, the smaller one looks better, I think. I'm not certain. That took about maybe 4 to 5 hours in total time. However, usually it takes about 2 days to go from drawing to, you know, 5th, 6th, or 7th prototype. And this one's not done yet, so you can see that this is too high. Yeah. But that was about somewhere in 4 to 5 hours of work. I mean, with breaks, of course. But that should do it.